Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the Sunburst Granny square. This is a really fun square to make, and it doesn't matter if you're using multiple colors or a single color, all of the steps are going to be the same. So let's start with round one, and I'm going to start with a magic ring. And I'm going to immediately start working into this magic ring with an extended single crochet. So I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through two. Now I'm going to move on to my double crochet, and I need a total of 16 double crochets in this ring. That extended single crochet actually counts as my first double crochet. From there on out, I just make sure that I'm working my double crochets until I have a total of 16 stitches all together. 16 is going to actually be the magic number for this entire square. So every round is going to need a total of 16 stitches. And again, it doesn't matter if you use an extended single crochet or a chain 2 to start this, just make sure that you're counting that in your stitch count. Now that I have all 16 stitches in my ring, I can tighten this up. I'm not going to tighten it up all the way. I'm going to leave it a little on the loose side because I need to slip stitch into the top of that extended single crochet. If this had been a chain, I would be slip stitching into the top of that to close up my ring. Okay, so once I have that slip stitch in there and it's closed up, I can pull that tail tight and close up my ring. And then I'm going to tie in all of my loose ends, and then I am ready to start working on round number 2. Okay, round number 2 is our puff stitch round, and we need 16 of those. Doesn't matter if you're working in a single color or multiple colors, it's going to be the same thing. To create my puff stitch, I'm just going to choose any one of those stitches from the row below, and I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and I'm going to pull it up fairly high. I'm imagining what a double crochet would look like. I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop. I have 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over, insert my hook again, yarn over, pull up a loop. I have 5 loops on my hook. Now I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook in the same space again, yarn over, pull up a loop. I should have a total of 7 loops on my hook. To finish off the puff stitch, I need to yarn over and pull through all 7 loops on my hook. I want to make sure that my hook is completely upside down so it minimizes it getting caught, but sometimes it can still happen. Now I need to chain 1, and then I'm going to repeat the same thing in the stitch next to this one until I have a total of 16 puff stitches. So yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, insert my hook into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, 5 loops on my hook, and then one more time, yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, 7 loops on my hook, and then I need to yarn over and pull through all 7. To finish off that puff stitch, I need to chain 1, and then I can move on to the stitch next to it. Now, if this starts to feel kind of on the tight side, folks, try only 5 loops on your hook. If it starts to feel a little too loose, you could definitely do 9 loops on your hook. Just whatever works best for you. You need to play around with it, and it largely depends on what yarn you're using. Just as long as you have a total of 16 puff stitches, you're good to go. All right, so I'm going to continue to work these puff stitches until I get around to the beginning and until I have 16 of them, and then I'm going to show you how to finish off this row. Okay, so I have 16 puff stitches in this round, so now I need to join them, and I'm going to join them into the chain space after my first puff stitch with a slip stitch, and then I can tie this off, weave in my ends, and now we can move on to round number 3. Round number 3 consists of 16 double crochet clusters, and each cluster is going to consist of 4 double crochets. So I'm going to start with a slip knot, and I'm just going to insert my hook in any one of those chain spaces. It doesn't matter where you start as long as it's in one of those chain spaces from the previous row. And you can either slip stitch into this and then chain 2 or 3, or you can do an extended single crochet, which is what I prefer. So I yarned over, inserted my hook, yarned over, pull through 1. Now I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2. That makes an extended single crochet. This counts as one of my double crochets. Now for a double crochet, so I'm only going to yarn over and pull through 2, and then I'm going to stop right there. I have 2 loops on my hook. Yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, stop right there. 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. I have 4 loops on my hook and technically 4 double crochets, so I can yarn over and pull through all of those. That is my first double crochet cluster, and now I need to chain 2. Okay, so clusters number 2 through 16 are going to be worked the same way, but they're going to be slightly different from the first cluster that we just did. For starters, we're going to go right in with a double crochet, and then we're going to end up with 5 loops on our hook instead of 4, but I'll show you how that works. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, stop right there. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, stop right there. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, stop right there. 4 loops on your hook, and we have 3 double crochets. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 5 loops on your hook, 4 double crochets. Now we can yarn over and pull through all 5 loops on our hook. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to move on to the next cluster in our round, and we'll continue to repeat this until we have a total of 16 double crochet clusters. And then when we get to the end, I will show you how to join this up. All right, closing this round is just like the first round. Put that slip stitch into that chain 2 space. After your first double crochet cluster, you can weave in all of your ends, and then we are ready to move on to round number 4. For our final round, I'm going to choose any one of those chain 2 spaces, and with a slip knot on my hook, I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then I'm going to pull through that second loop on my hook with a slip stitch, and then I'm going to chain 4. For my corners, they're going to be treble crochets. So I need 3 treble crochets, chain 3, 3 treble crochets, and this first chain counts as my first treble crochet, and I need that height in order to make this work out. So chain 4, and now I'm going to go right in with my treble crochet. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. I now have 2 treble crochets for my first set in my corner. So now I need to do another treble, so yarn over twice, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that completes my first treble crochet cluster for my first corner. Now I'm going to scoot this over a little bit so I can make some room. I'm going to chain 3, and now I need to do 3 more treble crochets to make a treble crochet cluster to finish off this corner. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your treble crochet. Repeat that 2 more times to finish this corner. It can help to hang on to your stitch as you yarn over and pull through. As you can see, my thumb is creeping up there. That can help a lot. It can also help if you don't actually go too slow. My treble crochets work out so much better if I speed up. All right, so into the chain 2 space next to that, I need 3 double crochets. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now I need 2 more double crochets to finish out this 3 double crochet cluster. You can see that we're actually starting to build the actual square. This is how we're going to make a round object into a square. Now into the next chain 2 space, we're going to do 3 half double crochets to make a half double crochet cluster. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and that's your half double crochet, and you will do that 2 more times in the same chain 2 space to make a half double crochet cluster. Okay, I feel at this point you're probably getting the idea for each one of these clusters. Each one is going to have 3 of the same stitch in the same chain 2 space. So I'm not going to continue to walk you through each and every one of these. But I will say this, the next one you need is going to go back to the double crochet because we need to start increasing height to get to that corner. So we have the double crochet cluster here, which is 3 double crochets in the same chain 2 space. And now we're back to our second corner, which is going to be our 2 treble crochet clusters. From here on out, you're just going to repeat that on all sides until you work all the way around and you have a square. Okay, so just to recap, you have 2 treble crochet clusters with a chain 3 space in a corner. Then you have a double crochet cluster, a half double crochet cluster, a double crochet cluster, and again with the 2 treble crochet clusters with a chain 3 space for a corner. You should have a total of 4 corners all together. If that works out, then you are on track and you are good to go. At that point, the only thing you need to do is slip stitch into that chain 4 from the first treble crochet cluster, and then that's it. Your square is finished. If you missed anything, feel free to go back and rewatch. I will also have links down in the description below for written instructions on the Ruby Grace blog, as well as links to patterns featuring the Sunburst Granny square in the Ruby Grace shop. Thanks so much for stopping by. Love your face.